Why, thank you. It's so lovely to be back. Darren and Jonathan are now a lot lighter than they were about 10 minutes ago, I'm glad to say. And I am Stamford Bridge, and I'm as heavy as I've always been, and I know you love that about me. But this is the Chelsea Football Fancast, and this is not a heavy show. I'm telling you that for nothing. It's a very light-hearted show tonight. It is light-hearted.
Can I just say that I might be lighter, but I'm also more professional than Jonathan.
Do you know why? Do you know what I said actually? You know when you when you went off for a pee.
Yeah, what did you say?
And I don't know how he did this, but he basically fessed up to the fact that he hadn't even been at the Bolton game. We would never have known, would we?
No.
Do you know what I said? It was really awful, and please don't hate me for what I said. But I said, "Blimey, you're a better actor than Jonathan, then." Oh, I'm sorry. No, see, now I wish I hadn't said that. I'll tell you what, I'll make it up to you, because you know what it's time for, don't you? To prove me wrong, Jonathan. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. It's Chelsea Chatter Stats in a minute. I'll give the intro to it, Sting, and then you can prove that I'm just an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, okay. We like to do this thing every week. Chelsea Chatter, our lovely, lovely mate, who incidentally has just become a father, and he was saying to me and to everybody on Twitter that it's a fifth generation Chelsea fan he has spawned. So well done, Chatter. I think another applause for Chatter for becoming a daddy. Anyway, apart from all of that, brilliant. Apart from all of that, he has his stats which he gives to us every week. And after this short sting, Jonathan will be reading them out in a voiceover style of a depressed person by the looks of it. Anyway, roll that sting, baby.
Never knew Chelsea had so much history.
Cue Jonathan.
Chelsea now play.
No, predict properly.
Game, 2,000 of which have been at Stamford.
Albeit.
Yeah. Shot, son.
Chelsea have now played 4,000 league games, 2,000 of which have been at Stamford Bridge. The Blues have now won 5,000 points in league football. Jose Mourinho has been Chelsea manager for 250 games. Bolton are the 11th team that Chelsea have scored 200-plus goals against. Petr Cech has now won 300 games as a Chelsea player. Oscar has scored 25 goals in his CFC career. Kurt Zouma is the 700th person to play for the Blues. He's also the youngest player to score on his debut since Graham Stewart in 1990. And now, everybody, it's the stat of the week.
Stick to and finally, it's a lot better.
Pardon?
Stick to just saying and finally.
And finally, everybody, it's the stat of the week. Anything else I should say?
No, that's good. Keep going.
No, that's good. Keep going. Thank you. Kurt Zouma is the only teenager to score for Chelsea since Scott Sinclair in 2007.
Wow. I'm sorry, but I think that has to have a huge round of applause, Jonathan. Thank you. No, can I have the thing back?
Keep it.
No, don't keep it, because I want to have a look at it. Give it back.
That's all the time we've got for this week.
You were doing so well. And you were redeeming yourself. And do you know what I was about to say? I was about to actually dig myself out of the huge poo that I went headfirst into and said that was the best you have ever done it.
Oh, sweet.
And I know exactly what voiceover style that was. That was done in the style of the voiceover of the guy. This will show our age, I suspect, of the guy who used to do the nuclear shelter adverts.
Indeed.
And his name was
Patrick Allen.
And he did the Two Tribes, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, didn't he?
Absolutely correct. And also Barrett Holmes.
He did Barrett Holmes.
Yeah.
Did he now?
And also then
That's right, he was Barrett
Peter
Holmes.
Dixon then impersonated him for all the stuff that was on Channel 4. It'll stop that now, doesn't it?
Can you do John Mitchie?
Why would you panic about how little time I've got left in the show?
He's giving you my moment because he's had a go at me.
Yeah, but he still stopped short of saying you're a better actor, so...
Yeah, he's trying to... He hasn't told
Jonathan,
me.
you're a better actor.
Yeah.
Okay, is that better? Are we good now?
That's what I do for
Are we good now? We good?
Yeah,
we good?
thanks.
Okay, we're good? All right, okay. Now, that was brilliant fun, actually. I've got to say, fantastic stats this week. I mean, whoa. Yeah. The Chadder's obviously really very happy at the moment to come out with all those stats.
The Scott Sinclair one's great, actually. I really
You'd think he'd have something else on his plate, wouldn't you? But,
You would, but Oscar scored 25 goals, Czech's won 300 games, the Kurt Zouma stat. I'm just loving it all. I'm loving it all. But there we go. So
Did
well
you
done.
do the thing I asked on Twitter, though? I didn't actually ask him directly.
I don't know.
Was that the first time 3 Brazilians have scored for Chelsea since Aston Villa?
I don't know, but I would say
8-0?
that, I mean, I know that Costa is Brazilian, but now he's technically Spanish, which complicates
I
that a
don't
bit.
believe he is. He's still Brazilian. He was born in Brazil.
Okay, all right, take it up with Costa. Right, and I'll take that up with Chatter, but you should take it up with Chatter too. And if you want to do that, if you want to go and check out some more Chelsea stats and some more Chelsea history, go to www.chelseachatter.com and, of course, follow him on Twitter at Chelsea Chatter. And as I said, Chad, well done for the birth of your new son. We're very, very proud of you, and well done. We hope we see you soon. Now, after a very short bit of stingage, which introduces our lovely news segment, I've got a bit of Chelsea news for you, and hopefully we'll be able to fit in a bit of time for talking about Chelsea's rumoured asking of Twickenham as to whether they can play football instead of rugby there. Anyway, after this little sting, we will talk about that. I am reliably informed, this is breaking news, which I've just heard from the gallery, that they have been playing the imaginary bongos on the benches. Okay, put your hands away, that's better. Hands where we can see them, Andy.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Hands free wherever you may be.
Always
You are the famous Andy. That's pretty good on the spur of the moment, isn't it? Anyway, that is not the news. This is the news. First of all, Pablo saw our great mate Martin Wickham in the Boozer on Saturday, and Martin wanted to make sure that everybody who supported him in his fantastic charity walk, where he kind of walked to all of the London football stadiums and QPR. But Martin wanted to make sure everybody was thanked who donated to that charity walk and anybody who supported him. So thank you very much for you lot out there. I think more to the point, well done Martin for a fabulous effort on a very worthwhile cause. A friend of his tragically died of this disease called PKD, which is polycystic kidney disease or something like that. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but you get the drift. But anyway, brilliant stuff from Martin, well done. Now, second bit of news. Football Blogging Awards, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. The easiest way to vote through the website on the Football Blogging Awards, and the address is footballbloggingawards.co.uk. You need to fill out their form for us, because you're going to be voting for us in so many different categories, including most established blog, best club blog, best podcast, obviously, best video, obviously. And the reason you need to do this is because one of the best nights I've ever had doing the Chelsea FanCast was with Darren Mantle, who got very, very drunk and disappeared in a very dodgy pub in Manchester called the Lazy Frog.
Yeah, I didn't disappear. I went outside to have a little kip.
Yeah, I knew that. I wasn't worried, but our hosts were worried because they thought you'd been shot. It was that kind of part of Manchester. But it was a cracking night, and we won. We won the video award. No, we won the podcast award. But you can vote for us, established podcast, established blog, club blog, podcast and video. And you can do it on the Football Blogging Awards Twitter account by going #podcast Chelsea Fancast or something like that. I'll get something up on the website to make it easier for you, but you need to get out there and vote on Twitter, on their Facebook page, or on their website. Other awards that are kicking around are the Football Supporters Federation Awards. Very esteemable football awards they are too. But first of all, you need to nominate us so we get a sniff at it. Yeah, the Twitter account for the Football Blogging Awards is the @FBAs. Thank you for reminding me. Now, the Football Supporters Federation is a much different address. It's an email address. You need to email awards@fsf.org.uk with your nominations by Friday, 17th of October, 9 a.m. And there are all sorts of categories you can nominate us for, and they are Blogger of the Year, that would probably be me or Chelsea Fancast, Independent Website of the Year, Chelsea Fancast, Podcast Radio Show of the Year, Chelsea Fancast. It'd be lovely to get nominated for the awards for that, because the FSF are a pretty cool bunch of people. Actually, Ross, it's not 4 minutes, it's 7, because we finish at 9. And on that bombshell, I'm going to talk to you about something very, very important.
It's about time.
And Darren's he's so
Instead
eager.
of old actors like Trevor Allen, about Twickenham.
Patrick Allen. Before
Doesn't
your
matter,
time.
let's talk about Twickenham.
Well, yeah, I mean, we heard on the grapevine, I was waking up to this morning, that I don't know who found this story out, but it was rumoured that Chelsea had approached the RFU to ask them if they could lease Twickenham. Mm-hmm. It was the Sunday Times, thank you, Ross, whilst they redeveloped the stadium.
Wembley in the Mirror. It
Well, yeah, but it was Twickenham first of all.
Initially, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So, are you in favour of us moving to Twickenham? Should we be allowed? Well, let's get into that in a minute. First of all, are you in favour of us playing football at Twickenham if and when we redevelop Stamford Bridge? Darren, I'm going to give you first crack at this.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see why not. We need to go somewhere. There's only there or Wembley we can go to. It's still in southwest London. Yeah, it'd be fun.
Couldn't bear ground sharing with anybody, and anybody wouldn't let us.
I think we should evict Fulham, and then we wouldn't have to ground share. Yeah. That would be quite
What,
funny.
you mean just buy the club, you mean? Just buy
Well, even our season ticket holders wouldn't be able to all fit in.
I know, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Although Mr. at CFC away, I think it would be a hoot, and I think probably for the same reason as me, because actually we would get back to our hardcore support, and none of the tourists would be able to go, and I would find that. I'm with him on that. But Twickenham is what we're talking about. Would you be up for going to Twickenham?
Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it.
Why?
It's a magnificent stadium. I'm not sure about it's slightly further away from the pitch, isn't it? But it is.
Yeah, it's quite a way.
Shirley would do well the conversions.
Yeah, he would.
Shirley would be
And
fantastic.
William.
And William after the game. Absolutely.
And Oscar and
But
Fabregas.
I'm intrigued that this has come up again, that the ground will be redeveloped, because I was under the impression, according to what the club put on the website, which was only a year and a half ago.
Jonathan.
Things have changed.
No. In June last, at the end of last season, they put a statement up on the website saying that they were about to embark on a feasibility study.
No, I knew that about the feasibility study.
So, which means that they are looking at possibilities. Now, I think for me, the interesting thing about this bit of news that broke about them looking in Twickenham as a possible venue whilst they redevelop the ground is, it says to me that they are seriously thinking that it is feasible to redevelop the ground. Otherwise, why would they be talking to Twickenham
We've
about
always
it?
known it is feasible.
No, but they put a statement up saying it wasn't feasible.
Yeah,
Initially,
because they
numbers.
wanted the
No, but for
freehold
what
because
numbers
they were
though?
lying.
I mean, when they're
Well, yes.
feasible for a certain amount or for 60,000?
They said it was feasible for 55,000 before, but not for 60,000.
Yeah.
Whatever we actually could have done, they'd always said, we actually need a bit more than that. Peter Kenyon was saying 10 years ago we needed 50,000, then on to 55,000, that's gone up to 60,000. They would always try and put it slightly out of touch because they wanted to get the freehold of the ground. They never did a proper feasibility study. The only thing they did was line Bruce Buck's son's pockets.
Be careful what you say, allegedly, Darren.
Well, they did.
Well,
Allegedly.
They did give him a lot of
You
money.
can't say that.
Okay, they gave him a lot of money.
Because if you carry on saying that, I'll say that all writs should be sent directly to Darren Mantle.
They
Okay?
gave his son a lot of money to do a feasibility study.
His views, Darren Mantle's views,
They
do
did.
not necessarily
No, they did.
represent the views of the Chelsea FanCast or any other sensible organisation.
The firm that he works for.
we said this before the show that going to Twickenham, playing rugby, you need longer grass.
Yeah.
So
I like good grass myself.
Yeah. And also at Twickenham,
Allegedly.
and at Twickenham, they're going to have the Autumn Internationals and the Six Nations.
It's going to be practically very difficult.
Yeah.
I think there's another issue there, Seb, as well, and this is the thing that's been doing the rounds today, and I think it's just, quite rightly, the people who live in Twickenham, and yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Tim Rolls. The people who live in
and Richmond.
Oh yeah,
itself.
Teddington Tim.
Yeah.
You live in Twickenham, Ross. Okay, all right. Whatever. Don't confuse me. The bottom line is that I know for a fact that Twickenham find it hard to have other events, like even a Cliff Richard concert, because the locals moan so much about anybody else. They moan consistently about the rugby fans turning up, and they don't turn up very much. So there'll be I suspect that there will be a massive amount of resistance to Chelsea playing there, and all the visiting football fans going there, with the Twickenham residents. So I think it's pretty unlikely that it'll happen.
Is this an unlikely story then? You think this is just a story?
No, I think it's a genuine story, but I think it's unlikely that it'll happen.
Wembley
It's a
only has 10
contingency plan.
events as well, though. Wembley can't have X amount. They've got
But at least it's still a football pitch, though, isn't it, as opposed to a rugby.
Well, I think this story is they say we'll run and run and run, but I think
and it's our second home Wembley.
Wembley, yes, I like that. That's the most sensible thing I've heard said so far. Wembley is our second home. I wouldn't have a problem with that. We've got to go because I'm out of time, guys. But anyway, it's just left for me to say thank you so much for listening tonight. We will be back next Monday at 7 p.m. to look back at the Champions League game, which is tomorrow against Sporting Lisbon, and of course the usual complete annihilation of the team that is commonly known as the Arse. That would be the Arsenal. Basically, I can't wait. Now, for those of you going to Lisbon, have a safe and enjoyable trip. And for the away boys travelling to Chelsea by boat next week, we hope you sink or get torpedoed. Now, you can email the show at chelseafancast@gmail.com. And, of course, you can get everything you need to know about where to get the show and watch it, listen to it, download the podcast at chelseafancast.com. Great. Now, Jonathan Kydd, it has been brilliant and lovely to see you as always.
You're going to do your tongue twister?
No, because we've run out of time and Ross is
He spent about half hour doing it. It's going to be very quick.
Save it. Go on then. Go on. We've got time. We've got a minute.
Do it. You've got to do it. Chidge was cheering on the Chelsea at the Capital One Cup at Chichester. I know Chichester doesn't work, but it's lots of chus. So
I like it.
Can you do it then?
No, it's a bit cheesy.
Very good. Very good.
Can I go? Because we're going to get shouted at by Ross.
Okay, go.
It's brilliant to see you.
Thank you. Lovely
it's
to
been
have
great
been
fun
on.
as well.
Very good
Thank
fun.
you for cheering me up tonight, actually, all you guys. Darren, lovely to see you as always.
Can I try it?
No, because we haven't got
Chidge was
time,
cheering on
Darren.
the Chelsea, the Capital One Cup at Chichester.
Chidge was cheering on the Chelsea Capital One Cup at Chichester. Chidge was cheering on the Chelsea Capital One Cup at
Chim
Chichester.
chim chiroo, we hate those. Don't get me down that line, Ross. Darren, it's lovely to have you back. It's been far too long. We're seeing you next week. Yeah? Quickly.
If I'm invited, yes.
I can't remember what the schedule is. Seb, brilliant to see you as well. Fantastic. Benches, great to see you.
Benches, give us
Lovely
away.
to see you. Right, that is it. That is it for this week. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Until then, keep it blue, keep it carefree, and keep it Chels. Up the Chels!